finally this hour, with Thanksgiving a week away, Hollywood is getting ready to serve up some of its biggest blockbusters of the year. And experts predict that this season could set or even break some box office records.
So what are folks most excited to see? Well, let's bring in Erik Davis. He's the managing editor at Fandango, and he joins us now with a look at the most anticipated movies this holiday season.
Hey, Erik, good morning. Thanks for being here. So what are the top movies on your list? Wicked.
Yeah, so, we did a big holiday movie survey. We surveyed thousands of people. And I think the top story is that there are several films for the whole family to go see this holiday movie season, which hasn't necessarily been the case the last several holiday movie seasons. Over 80% of people we surveyed plan to go to the movies over the holidays. And the first three films on this list, the top three, Wicked, Gladiator 2, Moana 2, all come out over the next 2 weeks. In fact, 65% of people we surveyed plan to go see Wicked and Gladiator 2 as a double feature, which means we are seeing a little Barbenheimer effect heading into the weekend.
So let's narrow the window here. The next 2 weekends are going to feature some of the biggest films, as you mentioned. Just what are the movies people are most excited about between now and Thanksgiving? Could this be a record-breaking week at the box office?
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, it's going to be among, I think, the biggest 2 weeks at the box office of the year. And why I say that, I mean, Wicked and Gladiator 2 are already hot out of the gate. Wicked is certified fresh and verified hot at Rotten Tomatoes, which means critics and audiences both love it. Gladiator 2 is certified fresh. I think it's also going to be verified hot. It's a huge audience pleaser. And Moana 2, really great for the young kids. I mean, my kids fell in love with that first Moana. I just saw Moana 2. The music is really special. It really dives into Polynesian culture in a beautiful way. And so I think all three of these films, I can tell you we're selling a lot of tickets for all three of them right now. I think it's going to be a great 2 weeks, and a great 2 weeks for people to take a lot of their family members to go see. So if you're stuck with your family over the holidays, the good news is you can take them to the movies.
Stuck. You're spending some loving time together. Erik, so I think a lot of people probably see those ones that you just mentioned in the days after Thanksgiving, but what else comes out then? And what's hitting theaters in December that has people excited?
Yeah, well, if you ask Santa for a horror movie this Christmas, you're in luck, because there is Nosferatu, which I just saw, and it's really spooky. It is a remake, of course, of the classic. It's fantastic. There's an animated Lord of the Rings movie as well, The War of the Rohirrim, which kind of returns Lord of the Rings to its animated roots. There's an R-rated superhero movie called Kraven the Hunter, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson. It's actually Sony's first ever R-rated Marvel movie. And then, of course, Mufasa the Lion King and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, another two dueling family movies for December, both of them performing spectacularly on our social media channels. And so I think it's going to be one of the more successful holiday movie seasons we've seen of late, without a doubt.
And the box office could definitely use that. So we know we got the big blockbusters. I love this time of year because some of the smaller independent films that get Oscar nominations come out. Are there just any under-the-radar movies which could be surprise hits?
Yes, and this is going to be my holiday present to you, Joe and Savannah. I am going to recommend you a film that I think the both of you would love. It's called September 5, and anybody that's in broadcast journalism or talks about news live on the air is going to love this film. It's about the hostage crisis at the 1972 Munich Olympics, told through the perspective of the ABC sports team that is thrust into having to cover this event live on television. This was the first ever Olympics that was broadcast live around the world. And when this story happened, the sports team just took it and ran with it, even though the ABC News team wanted it more. Great performances. I just spent some time with the cast. Ben Chaplin, Peter Sarsgaard, John Magaro are in this film. I think has the potential to be a Best Picture contender as well. And it is my recommendation to the two of you.
Erik Davis, that sounds awesome. Thank you so much. Happy holidays. Happy watching.
Take care.
It's going to do it for this hour of Morning News Now.
But the news continues right now.